In journalism, we learn about this concept called selective perception, and what it basically states is that no two people react to the same media outlet or even the same story the same way. Media can neither create a single homogeneous audience nor can it create a single effect on people. Now, I always found this concept interesting, like, no two people react the same way to anything. Even identical twins, people with the same DNA inside of them, don't have the same perception on anything. My point is that that's how I see identity. Of course, if you put these people into like demographics and psychographics, yes, you could probably make a case that even with intersectionality, people will never be alone in one group. Yeah, if you follow that, you can use those to make some like Venn diagrams and to put people into these diagrams of race and of gender and of sexuality, household income, age, whatever. And all these will come with their own issues and benefits, such as being a man in most cases is more beneficial than being a woman. Of course, there's that white privilege we talked about, and so on and so forth. However, if I've learned anything this semester, it's that identity is not solely defined by what can be filled out on a job application or a questionnaire. I mean, we've met countless people through these sources each week, and although they shed a lot of light on the subjects that we talk about, they always have their own voice come through. Eli Clare was a disabled genderqueer person that talked on love and outside perception. Rosie King was autistic, but spoke on how her autism allowed her to see things in a different world than anyone else. Sally Cohen was a lesbian talking head on Fox News, but spoke on being genuine and compassionate to people. These people, along with the other articles and videos we watched, use these aspects, the topics that we talked about, these aspects of identity, and build off it to go more in depth in themselves, instead of letting their condition, their race, their gender, whatever, define them. They use their own character and experiences to advocate for the issues, as well as expose more of their personal identity. I mean, take me for example. I am a white, straight male that identifies as a man, a Democrat, and someone who has hazel eyes. I mean, through those you can probably identify my social benefits or struggles, maybe. But you can't identify my character through those. I mean, I'm a brother and a son to my family, which contributes to my compassion and love. I am a college basketball player, which contributes to my work ethic and passion. I'm a musician, which contributes to my creativity and confidence. And I'm also a writer, which has allowed me to meet so many different people with different perspectives, politically, socially, and in general. Put people into categories and you'll see the black and white sections form. But if you put into consideration a person's character, their values or experiences, that's when the individual starts to flourish as their own. I mean, no two people have the same childhood, they don't have the same hobbies, and they definitely did not have the same challenges or struggles growing up. I probably couldn't go through this entire video without getting super personal, but this is the best example that I know. For a good 5 years now, I've been dealing with some pretty bad anxiety, and I've had my fair share of depressive episodes. I mean, I remember some nights I would actually hold myself in an embrace, trying to convince myself that everything would be okay. Put me in a category of depressed and anxious college student, and I know I'm not alone. But if you put into consideration the struggles I faced, those sleepless nights, the nights I go hungry, the countless tears, that constant battle, in your head, telling you that you're not good enough, and maybe you're better off just not being here. That's what defines you. That's what creates selective perception. Identity is forever changing. Being so young, it especially applies for us students, but identity changes for everyone. Although we want to feel like we know everything, there are parts of our mind we haven't tapped into yet. There are experiences yet to be had, values we had not challenged yet, people we have not met with ideas that we had not been exposed to. There's a certain uncertainty that maybe I haven't figured it all out yet. Maybe I'm still a mystery to myself. Maybe I still have a lot to learn about my own personal identity. And you know what? I'm just fine with that. I'm more than fine with that. Isn't that what drives philosophy? Isn't that what drives science? That's what motivates discovery in general. The unknown.
Maybe that's what identity